Hi everybody, welcome to the Soulful Soul. My name is Gladys and this is a pick a card reading for the full moon in the sign of, where are we in this year? It's now October, so I think we've moved into Libra, yes? So it is full moon in the sign of Aries, I think. Gosh, I can't. I've been out of it, so let's see. I'm using the Animal Oracle, the Bobcat Spirit, Life is a Mystery. So, Spirit Animal Oracle and the Modern Witch Tarot, and the other one is the True Heart Intuitive Tarot today. So this is a bracelet, obviously. This is this is either Prehnite or Peridot. I think it's Prehnite, and this is a little traveler made by an organization called Wazamoya. It's a beaded traveler. Okay. Welcome back, Group 1. You chose this beautiful yellow bracelet, which I'm going to wear now. And let's see what your card is. Dragonfly Spirit. Truth transcends illusion. And it's a number 22. You know, it's so interesting is, as I was preparing for this, I did my nails in 2 different colors. They're not well done. I'm terrible with my nails. And I went to fetch the candles and I thought, oh, the theme is about balance, and this is about balance. Truth, you've got 22 there, right? Something coming into balance, or something that you're trying to bring into balance. Let's see. Truth transcends illusion. Something, well, let's see what comes up, right? You know, I've been thinking about the throat chakra because I haven't done it justice. Simply because I've been so busy, I've been traveling and it's been hectic. And there might be something about strongly held beliefs that's coming up for you, or, yeah, I don't know. See, maybe around money. Truth transcends illusion. Beliefs about happiness, beliefs about your worth, Group 1. Maybe you're attached to a certain idea of worthiness, like if something happens, then you're worthy. If that person loves me, then I'm worthy. And of course, we don't verbalize those things, even in our minds. It's you know, we those things are hidden from us, which I guess is partly what the throat chakra is about, you know, is trying to confront those things that are hidden and be true to ourselves and be honest with ourselves. So let's see what your reading has to say. And, you know, I feel there's a strong element of self-love, self-esteem, just your week ahead, 2 weeks ahead or whatever, is about focusing on your solar plexus chakra. And at least I have done the healings and meditations on the solar plexus chakra, so you can check them out, or you can find it somewhere else. But I would say let the week ahead be your just let go of whatever's going on and just focus on your solar plexus, like lying in the sun or pretending you're lying in the sun and imagining the sun rays filling your solar plexus. Here. This Queen of Wands. Oh, it's the Princess of Wands. Even if you are at the early stages of taking back your power, that's okay. That's good enough. That's more than good enough. It's perfect. It's where you are, right? So with the Ace of Coins, there's something about money or waiting for a particular offer that might be holding you trapped in some kind of illusion, you know. like how it should be, and maybe making you feel a bit imbalanced. With the Ten of Cups here, yeah, I feel like you've decided that that's the only way that I will find happiness, is if that happens that way, you know. And here is the focus on yourself, self-love, self-care. And I always say, oh, well, my belief is that the first step to self-care is learning to know yourself, is going within, spending time doing that stuff that is about our self-healing. It's not about it is about those other things that make us feel good, you know, like the pampering and all that. But first and foremost, it's that inner work. And you have the Prince of Wands, so that's the Knight of Wands. Time to take things slow. Time to take a step back, I feel. Stop rushing towards this, whatever it is that you've decided is the only thing for you, whether it's love, a job, or whatever. I think when we let go of those things, those ideas of right and wrong and whatever, and believing that there can only be one way, when we let go of that, then we open ourselves to endless possibilities, you know. And then you have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. So I think it's time to let those swords out of your back. It's time to allow healing. Really feel you, Group 1, are needing to heal something around your own, the fire within you. Like it's like you have been squelching that fire, and it's time for you to own that fire within you now, you know. Celebrate that. And here you go again with it's like a feeling of this new beginning, a new beginning that has potential to reap so many beautiful rewards for you, victory, you know. And here it starts with this extending this hand of love to yourself. And maybe, you know, with the Two of Coins, it's finding that balance between giving and receiving, because we do need to also give. So maybe yours is about giving and receiving, and I feel that you have maybe given outward maybe too much, and it's time for you to give within. Let's see what else comes up for you. Group 1. Oopsie. See, okay, sorry. I feel maybe there's this, look at that, the Two of Coins showing up. Again, balance. There's such a strong message about balance for you. Let me say, I'm not saying that this, whatever this relationship or whatever is over or not for you. I'm just saying that you need to balance your expectations, rather look within. Right now for the next 2 weeks, it's about taking back your power. And I feel like that helps with building those relationships, because you come to the relationship on your own terms as well. But there is a need for balance, some kind of balance, giving and receiving. Let's see what the other cards say. Judgment again. Wow. There's a reminder of the going within, that it's time for that, and of allowing the mystery, you know, like, didn't I, oh, Bobcat Spirit, like, life is a mystery. I think that's a strong message for you, you know, like, embracing the mystery, like, not, with you, I think the issue is not wanting things cast in stone, you know, this way, my way, or the highway, you know, kind of thing. And the Four of Swords, okay, judgment. I feel maybe you have been judging yourself, and I think you need to confront that, and in a very, very loving way, in a way that is, so I would say your duty to yourself in the week ahead is to play with the solar plexus. If you want to listen to my videos on the solar plexus, where I share what's in my book and I share ideas of how you can play with it. But the one that you can do is what I mentioned just now. Do that, and then also, and then in this place of feeling strong and or feeling centered within yourself, let's say, where you're owning your fire, even if it's a little ember. Do this. Look at how you have been judging yourself. You can journal about it. I believe in journaling. I find it very powerful. So journal about it, or sit somewhere and maybe at the ocean or body of water and just contemplate how you've been judging yourself. You could also just imagine the water taking away that judgment and washing you clean of that judgment. And then with the Ace of Coins, it's like waiting. And also a fear that your tower will fall. You're waiting for a particular thing to show up in a certain way because you feel like that's the only way you can build your stability. And I don't know what the way is that you can build your stability. What I do know from what I'm reading is that it's time for you not to focus on that. It's your time to focus on you. And those things might become clearer when later, or those things will become clearer later. Like, what is my next step and my next step and my next step? But it starts with you just coming to terms and taking time to get to know you. And if you are someone that does do that inner work, it's time for you to look at this particular issue. We're always uncovering aspects of ourselves. So what you need to look out for, again, it's this thing of harsh judgments. Stop judging yourself harshly, and maybe even stop focusing on a relationship and judging it harshly. Or too kindly, maybe, like just shift the focus inward. With the Hermit, that's such a powerful reminder of what I was saying here. It's like an affirmation of that, closing the outside information, and trying to focus more on your inner information, your inner self, your inner love, and your inner glow, that inner ember that needs fanning. And then with the Prince of Wands, you have the Moon. Yes, taking time to be. There's a number of messages of withdrawal and taking time to listen and embracing. Oh gosh, that's the monkeys are just going crazy. Embracing the mystery, There's a need for embracing the mystery, and don't focus on it. Just do you, boo, boo. So 10 of Swords with the 7 of Swords. Releasing these harsh judgments. There's this. There's these mind games that are being played. Just let them go. Don't play them. Try by all means to move out of the head and into the solar plexus. Let the week ahead be solar plexus work. Just when you find yourself getting caught up in the story, whatever the story is, it feels to me like there's been a story playing out in your head. Whenever you find yourself caught up in that, bring yourself back to your solar plexus. And that's all. And then you'll see the next steps after that. But there feels like this need for this break for you, this mental break. And then with the Prince of, look at this, opening yourself to gentle love. And that gentle love starts with you giving yourself that love, but it's also you opening yourself up to other love, the love of the people that have gone before you, the love of your past loved ones, the love of those that are around you, siblings, friends. Rather spend time withdrawing, but also with people who love you. There's a need for this gentleness towards yourself. And, I was saying that it's fanning the flames, it's finding this balance. And then you have the Knight of Swords like rushing in. And I feel what this is saying is that you being your own champion right now. And that's what you need. Balance that outward thing with the inner. Not giving too much, balance it with the inner. Okay, group 1, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this has helped you. And if it has, won't you give me a like, share, subscribe? And I will, and comment. I'd love to hear how this sat for you. And I'll chat with you again soon. Bye. Morning group 2. This is your pick a card reading for the full moon in the sign of, I'm saying it, Aries, I think. Giraffe, see the big picture, giraffe spirit, and you got this, you chose this Prehnite pendant. Prehnite. So I'm associating this with the heart chakra. And this reminds me of amber in a way, you know. Amber, I think I was just reading about it. That's why it's triggered that how amber sets. And then it sets with insects and whatever, dirt, whatever, which makes it kind of special. It's like capturing a moment in time. Let me see what comes up. Giraffe spirit. See the big picture. So there's some need for you to look at something from a higher perspective. Group 2. Group 2, the song that's playing in my head is I keep working, I'm working my way back to you with the passion that's inside. I'm working my way back to you. I don't know what that means, but we shall say. And there's a 7 of Swords. I feel like some kind of redemption, something that is healing, maybe something that's close to the heart. That's about heart healing or a relationship. At the center you have the moon, and you know, it comes back to this, embrace the mystery, you know. And that has an 8 in it as well. 18, the moon, you know. It's a similar message to group 1, but yours is very much about love. Let me. My poor hands. Okay, so group 2. The moon at the center is kind of something to do with the mystery. Maybe something is that's been a mystery is about to be revealed. It could be somebody approaching that maybe played games in the past, and there's a reminder to stop playing great games and see a bigger picture. The bigger picture could even be understanding why somebody felt the need to play games. The 8 of Cups. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I feel like this is a guidance to let go of almost like a blowing things out of proportion. It's not a judgment, you know. The 8 cups. It's releasing those 8 cups. But I'm seeing these things as mushrooms. Like maybe you've made things bigger than they are. And maybe there's a need for focus here. Focus. Look at this Ace of Wands. It also shows like something beautiful emerging from something. There's the phoenix coming out from these embers. Group 1 got embers, but their focus is on themselves. This feels to me like something coming out of a situation that looked a certain way. And that's why you've got to see the big picture. That there's a big picture here that maybe you were not privy to, and which you are being guided to open yourself up to. Now we'll see what their advice is as we go along. Prince of Cups. In the reverse. I feel something has shifted. Someone's grown. Maybe you. This is your card, so maybe you have grown. And maybe you've grown to the extent that you will no longer accept bullying, because maybe somebody was a bully, and sometimes bullies need us to show up in a different way, and which then transforms them or helps them heal something. That's the feeling I'm getting from your reading. No, I don't think there's anyone that is inherently bad. Well, what can I say? There's some people doing really bad things right now, so it's very hard to say that they, yeah, anyway. But there's something about this taking back your power, letting go of stories, like stopping the mind, not even the mind, the heart churning, the creating, making things bigger than they are in your heart. That is, but at the same time, I feel you have grown. You are growing, so you are able to challenge some kind of repressive energy around you. There's something that's dying and leading to a new beginning, a really powerful and beautiful new beginning. And it requires this death. It requires the death of the old. It requires this release of this, maybe exaggeration. And along with that is putting our cups in the wrong baskets, right? But I honestly feel that there's something, okay, there's two ways this can play out. Something didn't work out, and the big picture is that it helped you grow in some way. So look at that lesson. This thing that didn't work out, how did it help you grow and lead you to something more beautiful in that same kind of sector? Like if it's love, so I know it's not a sector, it could be work, it could be family, And it could have been painful even, I don't know why, like a miscarriage came to me. And that's such a painful thing, I know. But something else comes out of it, a chance to try again, and and hope, and empathy for others going through the same thing, or whatever, that particular example. But there's always something that comes out of something that might have hurt. And it's about being able to open ourselves up. It's interesting, here's the heart chakra again, is this death card is showing up as opening up the rib cage, opening up the heart chakra, let love in. That song, I don't know why, I thought about it now, working my way back to you. Could be somebody working their way back to you, having let go of these fears, these huge fears, these mountains they've made out of molehills, terror. I'm so scared to love, lest I'm hurt, and so I must play games. And I must hide my beautiful rose, my beautiful heart, or cover up this offer that's been given to me by Spirit. No, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy. Wow. And it's time to, and this could even be you feeling unworthy, and it's like this shift in that now. And there's this move towards something beautiful and healing and optimistic, moving from the moon, which is the mystery, to the sun, which is all revealed, Look at that. I was thinking about, I would love if the Emperor shows up here, but then the Emperor shows up there. I think that's amazing. That's awesome. It's awesome. And the King of Wands. You're growing from this page to the King to the Emperor. And throwing light on something that was shady Queen of Coins in the reverse. Maybe even moving away from like an earth sign to a fire sign, or maybe you're an earth sign that is embracing your fire, you know. And, you know, for some of you, you could have stayed in something because of money and played games because of money. And now you are releasing these thoughts and, or perhaps somebody else did that. I don't know. There's something about letting go of over-exaggeration. And I don't mean to belittle that. Like when we're in pain, we can see things disproportionately. And so feed into this cycle of the game playing and accepting less than we are worth and whatever it might be. Okay, but they're reminded to see the big picture. Something's shifting, group 2. And I think it's around love. So the moon, I feel, is revealing something about love, about why love was blocked, about why it wasn't ready at that time. This relationship, this child, this job, this something that you feel attached to, but it's something heart-centered. You know, it could be you wanted to do something that was close to your heart and it didn't work out at the time, and now there's almost this feeling of revealing why that wasn't the case, and with that comes a revealing of what the next steps can be, or the revealing of another offer. That's what it feels like, something new coming in, or an offer from the same person, same organization, but now is the right time. And here I feel somebody needed to learn. Someone needed to learn, to grow, to heal, to be disciplined. And by disciplined, I don't mean being a disciplined person, being disciplined by spirit or life or whatever. Someone needed that, but somebody has grown. And here, look at this growth, and somebody else has grown, the you know, like fanning these embers and allowing something beautiful to grow out of this pain, this heartache, this place you were at where you didn't value your own strength, your own agency, your own ability to lead something. And here you are embracing this masculine energy within you, group 2. And it started with a wand. It started with an ember. And you get the King of Wands. So you start with the Prince of Cups. And the Prince of Cups releasing that, not taking yourself seriously. You know, it's almost like you haven't done enough of that, taking yourself seriously, so other people maybe didn't do the same. And here you are showing up for yourself. And here you are with the embers, and those embers are leading to you owning your shit. Sitting pretty, no, not even pretty, but sitting on your throne. And in whatever this area is, it could be a relationship where you're taking your rightful place, where you're learning to go toe-to-toe, maybe with someone from the past who needed you to grow up, not to grow up. They needed to grow up and get softer. You needed to grow up and get stronger, you know, and believe in yourself more. That's what I'm seeing here. And this person, I feel, if it's a person, needed to do a lot of healing and inner work, of letting go of these swords. They showed up in a way because they themselves needed to go and do that inner work. And that inner work is continuous, continual or continuous, both. So, yes. And this could even be a boss, a person who themselves needed to check their power, because, and you may be showing up toe-to-toe with them, is teaching them as well. And you know, I feel like seeing the big picture is not judging that person, not judging that situation harshly, just saying, okay, people needed to grow, including myself. I needed to take my power back. They needed to see where they are abusing power. And then with the Death card, you have this opening your heart to this place of generosity and being, this having to being able to give more freely because you are owning your power. And for some of you, maybe you are moving into a position where you are able to share financially as well. So maybe this, I'm going to get a K5 for this Queen of Coins, because there's something interesting there. And then, let's see. Yeah, so something that didn't seem right for you or didn't work out is having a huge transformation with the Death card there, huge transformation. And it's leading to, wow, a sharing of gifts, man. A really beautiful sharing of gifts. So with the Queen of Coins, you have the Four of Cups. Something that wasn't, that was an offer that you weren't ready for comes in, and it's so much better. It's victory. And there's it brings victory, and there is the fire, the passion, the being lauded for your, it's like a success, it's being crowned. There's I feel some success in something, whether a relationship or something else, where you are being crowned as an equal. And this is also about equal, even give and take, like it's not just you giving out. So that's so beautiful. And the sun, to me, talking about shining light on, trust that the light will shine on. You are very blessed. There's this blessed light shining on you. I love this fire spirit that's in your reading, and that fire spirit is helping cast a light on those things that are not right for you, or when games get played, or just knowing that you now have this. You are able to go toe to toe in a situation, and you are being guided where, okay, bullshit is being served here. I'm not playing that game. I'm seeing it from a higher perspective. Yes, I will see it with compassion, but actually, I'm bigger now. I'm bigger now. I can sit back and watch the situation instead of jumping in there, trying to sort it out, because I myself was coming from a place of my own insecurities, my own lack of belief in myself, or my own feeling smaller than. And I'm going to leave it there, group 2. I think it's so beautiful. Sending you lots of love. And if this has read and resonated for you, please won't you give me your feedback. Give me a like, share, subscribe, and tell me how this reading is set for you. Sending you lots of love. Bye. Welcome back, group 3. You chose this little traveler. And this traveler saying, yes! It's so beautiful. Yeah. And yours is, take a leap of faith. And look at this grasshopper. Take a leap of faith. And this grasshopper is wearing a crown. So, wear your crown, baby. Wear your crown. I wear the crown. Wear the crown. So hard to say. We all wear the crown. Slowly and steadily. There's something about maybe wanting things, big things now. And maybe you're just being asked to slow and steady. Slow and steady is all good, and that's your journey right now. And the Two of Wands. Okay, so the Two of Wands is where we might feel stuck. And but you have the Three of Wands here. Maybe it is in reverse. It's not time to move yet, but it will slowly come into the upright, and then you'll know when it's time to move. There's something Okay, let me take a pause and look at this properly first. Take a leap of faith. What? Okay, so the Lovers in the reverse. Maybe you're afraid to take a leap of faith on a relationship, and you're being guided to do that. You know, it does not have to be a lovership. It could be a partnership, a work partnership, or something else that is about balance and trusting your inner resources, your ability. Okay, let me not spitball right now. I'm going to leave that. I'll come back to that. And in your, what you need to look out for is the 10 of coins. You know, there's something here about pride, you know, with the peacock. And there's a lot about relationship, right? Yeah. You know, I think this is a Rumi saying, and I'm not even sure how it goes, but it says something like, out there in the field of something beyond good and bad, there is a field. I will meet you there. It's like this notion of not judging group 3 and letting go of judgment. Oh gosh, yours is a bit, it will come. It will crystallize, it will ground. And you know, this card is so much about grounding, about moving forward steadily. It's a bit of a contradiction with take a leap of faith, but maybe you are being guided in your leap of faith is towards something that you has been there, something that it's the known, but you've been afraid, something that has been, something that you've known of, but you've been afraid. And you can go and make your offer, but you don't have to rush. Let's see. So with the 2 of Wands, there's this, I feel like you're preparing yourself for this leap of faith. You're doing the work to prepare yourself for this leap of faith. And you're finding balance. So you have the Lovers here, the 6. In the reverse, you have been maybe being guided to work on this, finding this balance within of the masculine and feminine. I don't think it's ever in balance or meant to be in balance. I don't think we are ever, well, maybe people for whom that feeling, well, oh gosh, now I'm jumping around. Yes, there is this message of not judging things to be good or bad, finding a plane. But for most of us, that finding that plane, smooth sailing thing where we're not tilted by emotions is a lot of work. But I feel like you are finding the tension of where you need to be one way and where you need to be the other. And I think there's beauty in that. And look at this, Temperance showing that as well. You showing up as Temperance. My masculine pouring into my feminine pouring into my masculine. And in that way, I find the balance. Okay, I need to be this way now, and now I need to be this way. I need to be more giving. Maybe I've taken too much, and whatever the case might be. But there's something about this balance. And with the 3 of Wands, I feel like there's a leap of faith that is, there's your 3 that you are preparing for. But you first need to steady yourself, you know. Maybe it is about you taking time out, looking within. And I like that the Hermit has the staff, right? All 3 readings, this idea of an ember has come up. And your ember is this leap of faith that you've been guided towards. but it requires you to just take time out first. Just go within. Group 1 also got the Hermit, but yours is a focus on the Ember. And look at this. Wow, Group 2 got Balance. Group 1 got the Hermit. And here, Balance is showing up. The Lovers, Temperance, in a big way for you. In a big, big way for you. 2 of Wands, the Lovers, Temperance, the High Priestess. Sure, okay. Something being revealed through Group 3, I feel like you have to take this time out. You have to find a way for the week ahead. Just be the hermit, you know. If you can physically take yourself to a quiet space. If not, I think that you need to be meditating this week. Really, really just take time out to meditate so you can be prepared for this leap of faith and be guided towards this leap of faith that you are needing to take, I feel. That talks about the leap of faith, a preparation. That talks about your leap of faith, but that maybe you're not ready. And that talks about the balance that is needed and the internal look that is needed to help you feel balanced. Maybe that's why the Lovers is showing up in reverse, because there may be something that's imbalanced. You know, Group 3, it could be something about a relationship. Maybe you are going to be presented with options. You know, the Lovers does talk about having options. And there's the Knight of Pentacles again. King of Coins. Let me just see here. Wow. The Chariot. 8 of Swords in the reverse. So you're not ready, but you're getting ready to move. And you know, here's another thing. I did a reading a while back, a couple of years ago, on the 8 of Swords. Maybe you can check it out, look at it, look for it, you know, just do a search for 8 of Swords in my playlist and see if that works for you. It was not a reading, it was more like a little visualization, because I was triggered by this beautiful card in one of the decks with a very unusual 8 of Swords. So just check it out if you need to. But this way, your Hermit is about releasing some kind of chains, some kind of blindfold, some kind of something, so that you can be ready for a leap of for this leap of faith. And it's also about you haven't been able to see, and that's okay. You needed to be, I'm getting this vibe of the Hanged Man. You needed to be in this place of not knowing so that you could be still. Or you are being guided to be still because you are being prepared to take a leap of faith. The Chariot is so much about moving forward fast. But right now, and I would suggest that maybe take the next week to do this quietness, this walking in contemplation, or going off to a quiet place that feels very much like this hermity place. It could be in your mind, could be to a desert, right? Just take yourself to this quiet space and journal and meditate, or do walking meditations, because something is being drawn towards you. It's what I'm feeling, Group 3. Then with the Lovers, you have the Knight of Coins. I feel like this is saying there's just no rush, no rush. The feeling I have is like the next week is about preparation, and the following is about this leap of faith. And I would love to hear from you how that works out for you. And there's Eureka. It's not even Eureka. It's like, yes, I got it. And here, being held back by not money, but power and ideas about, there's pride, there's ideas about what success looks like, which you might be holding yourself back on. Maybe you want to rush to success, group 3. And I feel like yours is not a rush to success. It's slow and steady, right? Don't compare yourself to others. Don't look to others. Oh, they've got the happy family. I don't. There's ego, some kind of like pride thing that is maybe a society's expectations of you that are getting in the way, or that you're allowing to talk you into a job that is not right for you, for example, because it pays more. And yet I feel like you're being guided to something slow and steady, which might even end up being the 6 of Wands and the 6 of Coins, taking you to a place where you can share and give more than you ever thought you could. And I feel like this is saying you need to be giving to yourself, and what you're giving to yourself is this willingness to take it slowly, to invest, but invest wisely, and invest slowly and steadily, you know. Be wise in your investments. And maybe your week ahead is this investing in yourself. And I feel like maybe there's this dual thing of going within, but also doing the practical stuff, guided by this going within. And then when you go in within and you get that guidance, you jump, or you move forward with alacrity. You move forward like with this like absolute belief, and there's trust, and there's the balance again, with balance with, there's this thing about you, what the hell, needing to go within, to check yourself, to check where you are, to take time out, to listen to the inner guidance, to really take that seriously, to make time for the meditation, so that your leap of faith, and maybe there will be leaps of faith, I think they are related. Let's just say, let me give